mark the last of the longer shelves. So I'm pretty excited and a little sad, but very grateful that not only do I have these things, but that you took this journey with me. It's not over yet, but I will say this is definitely a milestone for me. I mean, I've dusted a bunch of things, which is great, but also I've completed a journey, and I'm grateful to all of you for coming along with me. So let's take a look at this. She's a little Transformer focused, couple other little pieces, but we'll talk about that. Let's get into it. So let's do the Goonies first. We are big Goonies fans in this household. However, Matt does not collect anything. So when I bought these for him, I'm like, look how cool these are. And he's like, uh-huh. So, so I'm the collector. He is not. So this is One-Eyed Willie's coin. It is metal. We also have Mikey here in a pop vinyl. And I know I keep saying I hate pop vinyls, but why do you have so many? Well, I mean, just interests, I guess. But Mikey and Data are both big in this house. We both of those characters are definitely our takeaway fun characters from that film. It's a wonderful movie, of course, but you always have your standout characters that you're always rooting for and watching for and stuff like that. And I would say that Data and Mikey are both those people. And then here's Mikey in Mezco Toys form. Very nice likeness, very statue-like. His shoulders do have articulation, and his waist looks like it does. This is very much a posed figure. He's got another hand there for his asthma inhaler, and several other pieces here. So we can kind of look here. We've got the map. We've got copper bones, Spanish doubloon, alternate hand with inhaler, and a bag of marbles that at the end turns out to be a bag of jewels because they replaced the marbles. And then here's everything in the set. They're all great, but like I said, in this household, we are Data and Mikey focused. These have yellowed. I think these yellowed a lot more since I've bought them. They were sitting out at our old house, and the sunlight did touch them a couple of times. So, I mean, you can kind of see what the sun will do to these figures. It's in at least the plastic. You can see his belt there. He's got 007 on it. Let me, hang on. Boop. There you go. 007 on his belt. Got all of his gadgets, the teeth. Unfortunately, it looks like his little sticker, thanks to the weathering, has come off. But you can kind of see he's got his Bully Buster, Pinchers of Peril, Sticky Dart, and Dynamite. I'll get some glue and reattach that. But yeah, so we really love Goonies in this house. I debated doing this one last, but we might as well get it out of the way. Yes, you see a DeLorean here. Yes, it lit up at one point. But let's talk about the perils of leaving batteries in battery compartments. This is the ultimate in that cautionary tale. I will be zooming in so that you guys can see the horror here. Yeah. See the spring here? There's supposed to be springs here and here. But the battery acid that escaped the batteries that were in there ate them completely down to the metal. And it would have to be somehow removed and repaired. And I think that's possible, but I don't know how. I actually took some rubbing alcohol to it to see if there was anything that can be done. And when I did, the rest of the metal flew away. Because see, that's what you're supposed to have on the back here, and you do not. They have been eaten completely and totally, which means this no longer works, which makes me very sad because it lit up so well. You had the light bar here, you had a light bar up here, brake lights, headlights, everything on the inside opened up. I mean, oops, we're falling apart here. Oh, that's the inside of the door there. All right. Well, that can just, I think that clips back in. Let's see. Boom. Well, not very well. I guess we'll have to glue quite a bit today. That's unfortunate. But as you can see, it's an incredibly detailed toy. Just stay there until you get it right. And I'll open up the other door. See? There's a flux capacitor back there that actually lit up. You have your time circuits that are in there. I believe that those lit up as well. It is so unfortunate, and I'm going to have to figure out if there is a way to repair it. I'm afraid that there isn't, but I can certainly start reaching out to some people to see if there's anything that can be done. I mean, these still exist. They're still for purchase out there, but I think that they're a little expensive right now because, I mean, hell, when were these? Let's see when this was put out. If that is on here. Here it is at the bottom. It is Diamond Select. And let's focus. There you go. 2009. So it may not be that far out to where it's really expensive. But, yeah, it is really unfortunate. But it's still a wonderful replica, and I've still got it on my shelf. So along with Goonies, we are into Transformers. And let me tell you about this Optimus Prime. This is an original. This is an original Optimus Prime from the 1980s. This was my husband's. Well, it still is, but it was as well. And when we talked about how Transformers used to be, or how they used to feel back in the day, like when I was fiddling with Grimlock and the Jeep yesterday, I mean, this is what they were. They were this size, and when they transformed, so they pull back. Okay, so they pull back and swing out. There we go. I think I'm getting it now. Yeah, still clicky joints though. Wow. You gonna pull out for me here? There we go. Clicky joints. And then old Optimus's head. And then he gets his fists. I think his gun is actually in the trailer. And we can transform the trailer too. But here he is. Old school. I am Optimus Prime. And let's do his trailer. I love this trailer. This trailer's great. So these come out as a normal trailer does. Is his gun in there? I keep forgetting. Something else that unfortunately happened with this one. It is, the back end has kind of broken, and I think we've tried to glue it, but unfortunately it is. Roller's going to have a hard time getting out. So we're going to open this up, right? All right, right. There you go. Oh, look, plastic. Yeah. There's Optimus's gun. How cool is Optimus's gun? It is not Transformers. Unless Optimus has his gun. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. There's Roller. And I believe this was the repair bay that lifts up. Yep, there you go. And then he's got his repair arm. I think there was a gun. Yeah, the guns go in the front of here, don't they? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Go. Look, it's his go. Roller can go. Look at that. How cool is it? And then he kind of sits in there. Is it spring? I don't think is it spring loaded? Feels like it could be. Huh. I think we're long since past that. Yeah, but he looks like he tried to glue that on, but unfortunately the bottom half of this one seems to be missing too. We'll figure something out someday. But yeah, totally cool. Old school Optimus Prime.
Sam Witwicky, why am I suddenly product placement for Dodge?
So here's Optimus Prime as a Dodge Ram pickup truck. Boop. As you can see, there's his face. It's a wonderful. It's all plastic, but it's actually a wonderful toy. It transforms incredibly hard. A little bit worse than the Jeep that I transformed yesterday. Pieces just kind of sit everywhere. You can see where his wheels end up there and his wheels end up there. There's a lot of twisting and turning and moving everything around. But these are based off of alternators. They did a line of alternators, Hasbro did, for the Transformers line. And they were based off of real-life cars. So this is Optimus Prime as a Dodge Ram. And you can see it. You know, there's that. There's the headlights. Headlamps are up there. I mean, his fenders are clear up there. How did they get clear up there? I couldn't tell you, and I really don't feel like spending 30 minutes transforming him.
Me Grimlock Ford Mustang.
So here's Grimlock as an alternator. He's actually a Mustang GT. He's not quite as difficult to transform. Look, the engine block becomes a gun for him, and he's also got a sword. I mean, it's fine. It's a great looking figure. It's got some flaws. It's actually got quite a few loose joints as well. But you can see the Mustang's right there, and there's Grimlock's head, and you can actually see the license plate. It says Grimlock on it. There's the torso, and there's the rear headlights. But yeah, that's Grimlock right there. The alternator as a Ford Mustang GT. So this one's really cool. I really like this. This is Silver Streak as a Subaru WRX, and you can see the detailing back here in the back end. Subaru WRX, a little place for a keyhole. The detail on these is so really nice, and both transformed and in robot mode. They just look so cool. And you know, I think this is also part of the engine underneath his gun is. But yeah, I mean, you can he's actually, to me, he's actually one of the best looking out of all of them. I mean, his feet are a little busy, you know. His rear doors fold in. The glass is his knees. But, you know, just looking at him, you can see that silver streak, and you can tell exactly what he is. Grimlock's kind of the same way. But I just think that he looks really cool. So I'm on Transformerland.com. I remember buying this a long, long time ago. It was like, what, 2000, I think? Before 2000 even. This Transformer has been with me through a thick and thin. This is Power Master Optimus Prime. He's just gigantic. He's got both of his guns. One for each of you. We'll start by removing that. This is basically Power Master in Apex armor. There's a lot of different things going on with this one. And I think I can remember these joints are super amazing. They're super tight and whatnot. So he's got, this is him in his power armor. Or I guess, was it Super Jinrai? God Jinrai, I think, in Japan. Godmasters were what they were called over in Japan. This is our Optimus Prime. So basically you've got these fists that come in, and it's basically power armor for Optimus. And of course you can see those are his regular fists. These fists obviously bigger and stronger. And then you've got this fun little piece that sits, just hovers and sits there, and you don't want to touch it too much. That's part of his trailer. Here's his big head that we can remove. And then we pull off Optimus himself. He just slides right into that body. Look how cool that is. Just slides right in there like a little cube. And then you've got Optimus right there. And what's really funny is that without, you can't bring him down. I mean, here he is in truck form, but without his Power Master in the grill, you can't bring the legs down. So you have to have him in the grill pushing that spring, and then you can drop his legs. Boy, his joints are very snappy. And here he is. Ooh, boy. So snappy. Whew, that's scary snappy.
I am Optimus Prime. Again.
So there he is as Optimus, and then you've got this really cool extra little figure. And I know that we've got different figures now that are out there for Autobots and Decepticons that are not based off of Power Masters. They're based off of something else, and I don't really know a lot about them. My knowledge basically stops at the Headmasters and Target Masters. I do enjoy the other cartoons, but I've not really been into them as much as Headmasters and Power Masters back in the day. Headmasters, Target Masters, Power Masters in the US. So that's High Q. And then you get this really cool trailer that we will fiddle with a little bit here. So there's the... Okay, so we're going to pull this off. It actually... Oh, shoot. Excuse me. There we go. So that was part of this. This actually turns into a base, kind of like Fortress Maximus back in the day. Let's see. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. There's going to be a lot of shaking because this is attached to the table, so just be ready for that. I will try to transform him. There are pieces that are breaking off, and I don't know why. That is really, really hard for, like, no reason. But we can transform him into a trailer. Trailer's easy. That pulls out these feet. These feet come off. Is this where all the snapping was coming from? I think it was. That doesn't seem right. Oh my gosh, everything is so... That's what it is. It's just brittle. Everything is just so brittle. It's not... Oh dear. Okay, well... You know what? That's what age does. That's what it does. And I'm not upset or angry about it. It's just what happens when you start fiddling with these kind of things. So anyway, so here we are, transformed into our trailer. Now, it's not as cool as that trailer is over here. There's nothing on the inside of it, but I mean, you don't need anything on the inside of it when you are basically a very cool, gigantic robot. And I'm losing pieces here. And this is really strange. It shouldn't be doing that. But, I mean, again, like I said, it is old. It is a very old toy, and if joints just sit like that for a very long time, they become brittle. And this has been sitting for quite a long time. So unfortunately, they've just become brittle. So that is G1 Power Masters Optimus Prime. All right, before we start cleaning, I just wanted to make mention. I did get him back together the way he should be and the way he's being displayed. So that he's fine. I will say I did lose some bits and pieces along the way. That is just due to how brittle these get. They just do. If they're not played with, if they're not moved around, well, even if they are played with, they just become brittle. And there's not a heck of a lot you can do with them except just display them and not bother. So that is unfortunate. However, I still love and enjoy this Optimus Prime. So it's not a big deal. It's not going anywhere. It's staying right in my house. Anyway, these really need some dusting. So let's get to it.